Hello everyone, Charles Watts here. Welcome back to Inside Arsenal. It is Sunday. I hope the weekend is going well wherever you're watching or listening to this around the world. Big day today. Of course, Arsenal versus Manchester City kicking off in just a few hours' time at the Emirates. I'm going to be heading up there very soon. Not in the press box today. I'm in the stands in my usual seat with my dad. So there won't be any live coverage going on in terms of match action or anything like that. But yeah, can't wait for this one. And looking forward to what should be a really cracking atmosphere up at the Emirates. Bit tired today as well, so apologies if I sort of stumble my way through this. 43 years old, I am, 2 kids. And did I stay up all night to watch the Royal Rumble? Yes, I did. Unashamedly so as well. It was very good. I do love the Rumble. So yeah, feeling a bit tired today. Hopefully Arsenal can perk me up a little bit later with a huge win. We are, of course, in the final 2 days of the transfer window. Nothing's happening at the moment in terms of, or it doesn't feel like something. You would hope something is happening behind the scenes, but in terms of actually getting over the line, doesn't feel like anything is imminent at the moment. So we'll wait and see if anything does happen. But for today, the match takes focus on what a huge game it is. I think we all expected at the start of the season, when you looked at the fixture list and you looked at this game at the start of February, you thought this is going to be really crucial in terms of the title race. Unfortunately, because of what Liverpool are doing and what everyone else has done, Liverpool sort of running away into the sunset at the moment. Another brilliant win for them yesterday, 2-0 at Bournemouth. Mohamed Salah just continuing. He's just a cheat code this season, what he's doing. It's very hard. You know, you can look at what Arsenal are doing. You look at some of the points that they've dropped, yes, but you also look at what, Liverpool 1 defeat and have got a player who's just looking nailed on to win the Ballon d'Or this season, who's just single-handedly taken them to the title with his goals and his assists. Just an unbelievable player at the very top of his game. And yeah, it's looking very difficult for Arsenal right now. But you've got to keep believing, just in case they do have a major stumble. Maybe Salah will get injured or something, and you've got to be there to take advantage. And if Arsenal want to be there to take advantage, then they've got to win this game against Manchester City, who they do have a decent record against in the last couple of years. Won at the Emirates last season, of course, that Gabriel Martinelli goal. What a moment that was. Hopefully we have a very similar one. So we're going to talk about that in today's show. We'll go over some of the big decisions facing Mikel Arteta. We'll look at the predicted 11, or my predicted 11, what I think Mikel might well do today. You guys have been sending in the 11s that you'd like to see. We'll talk about Ayden Heaven, who's completed his move to Manchester United as well. So plenty to get stuck into. And let's start on some of the big decisions facing Mikel when it comes to his team selection today. And I think if you're watching on YouTube, they probably both centre around these two. Arsenal's 2 young academy starlets, of course, who have had such an amazing breakthrough this season in Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri. And when you look at the sort of, the decisions that Arteta's got, I think that, these are the 2 big ones. What does he do at left back? And what does he do at right wing? Of course, Ethan came in to start in 11, was the star of the show in midweek in the Champions League, scored the winning goal, and he's made a really strong case to keep his place in the team today. When you look at what Arsenal are missing in the absence of Bukayo Saka, and they're not the same player, of course they're not. And it's asking a lot for a 17-year-old kid to sort of replicate Bukayo Saka. But when you look at what Arsenal are missing in Saka, certainly the player who's sort of provides the most similar style of play, I would say, is Ethan Nwaneri. And when you saw him cut inside and bend that shot into the far corner against Girona midweek, the first person you thought of was, wow, that was like Bukayo Saka. And I think it's hard for Mikel to leave him out today. I have to say, and I'll get to my predicted 11 in a minute, I still feel like he's probably going to leave him out. And he will probably go with Martinelli and Trossard on the wing, and he'll err on experience for a game of this sort of magnitude. But I think that's going to be quite harsh on Nwaneri, because he makes something happen, doesn't he? Even when there's been games when the game has passed him by, when he's looked like a 17-year-old and looked, he's come on and just not been able to get an impact, not been able to get a touch of the ball. He's drifted a bit too out of the game. But then there's been other games which he's just taken it by the scruff of the neck. And it wouldn't shock me to see him perform, today in a game of this sort of magnitude against a team of this level, and perform really well. And what Arsenal lack in this team is just someone who's going to have a shot, don't they? It's something they're crying out for. People don't take enough responsibility in the absence of Saka around the penalty area of just getting some shots away, testing the goalkeeper, trying your luck. In Ethan Nwaneri, they've got a player who will do that. And so I wouldn't mind him starting this game today. Like I said, I've got a feeling Mikel Arteta won't do it. But I think it's a big decision. It's definitely, he's forced his way really into Mikel's thinking with that performance in midweek. And then what do you do at left back? Miles Lewis-Skelly obviously is available for this game, which is crucial. After a Wolves game, it looked like he was going to be suspended, but with that red card being overturned, he's available for this game, and he's made that left back position his own in the absence of the injured Calafiori, and Zinchenko's way down the pecking order now. Of course, Kivior's not even being considered as a left back anymore by the looks of it. But Calafiori's back now. Obviously, scored the winner against Wolves last week when he came off the bench after Lewis-Skelly got sent off. He started in midweek in the Champions League, scored another good goal. Obviously, was disallowed, but a lovely finish, and he certainly has shown Calafiori that he adds a real presence, not just sort of defensively, but he has a real presence going forward. I think defensively, Lewis-Skelly's probably just about the better of the two, I would say, at this stage. They're both very, very young, but I think Skelly has shown he's not overawed. He doesn't panic when he gets pressed. I think his one-on-one capability is absolutely excellent. His dual winning success rate is fantastic. I think he just shades Calafiori there, but I think going forward, Calafiori just adds an awful lot to this team as well. So I think those are the two real areas. I think the rest of the team picks itself, providing there's no injuries that we don't know about. No one's struggling with anything that picks up in training. I think those are the two positions that really Mikel has probably been thinking pretty long and hard about this week. And yeah, I feel like I'm leaning towards Lewis-Skelly getting the nod at left back and Ranieri starting on the bench in terms of the right wing position, but we'll have to wait and see on it. It's going to be interesting nonetheless to see what Mikel Arteta does. As I said, I think the rest of the team picks itself for this one. There's obviously no Ben White, no Takahiro Tomiyasu. We know that. The big thing revolves around David Raya, of course, as well. Is David Raya going to be fit for this game? If he is, and he absolutely starts in goal. If he's not, it's going to be Neto, and just fingers crossed he cannot display the type of nervous energy he displayed in the first half of that game against Girona in midweek. Fingers crossed Raya's fit, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Arsenal did train yesterday in the evening at the Emirates. We know Mikel likes to do this, especially before big games. He just likes to get the team feeling like the training session will be held at the same sort of time, kickoff time, 24 hours earlier, for example. He just likes to get them into a bit of a routine. He likes to do the Emirates training session. There was obviously no pictures of David Raya or anything like that. He's not going to give anything away with that. But the squad was there and looking pretty sharp. They're going to be up for it, no doubt about it. They're going to be up for it. This is a massive moment for Arsenal. Liverpool do go to Everton in midweek, which is a difficult game. It is their game in hand. Can Everton do Arsenal favour? They're playing very well under David Moyes at the moment. They had a good win yesterday. You've got to keep believing, as difficult as it is. And look, I'm of the opinion that Liverpool are going to win this league. I just can't see Liverpool collapsing. But as a player, you've got to have belief, I suppose, don't you? You've got to keep going just in case something pretty remarkable happens. It might not look like it can, but you've got to believe it can. So they've got to keep going, but they've got to win this game. No doubt about it. It's a really big one. It's going to be tough. City arrive in decent enough form. Now, they've had their blip that we all laughed at, but they're back now. They're scoring goals. They're winning games. Deficiencies are still there. That's pretty obvious, but they are scoring plenty of goals now, and Arsenal are going to have to be absolutely on it if they're going to get the better of them today. Right, this is my predicted 11 then. This is what I've gone for today. Remember, this isn't what, necessarily what I would go for. This is me trying to predict what Mikel Arteta is going to do. So I'm presuming David Raya is fit. So I've gone with David Raya in goal. I've then gone Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and I've gone Lewis-Skelly over Calafiori. Just think what Lewis-Skelly's done in the last month or 6 weeks or so when he started. I think Mikel will absolutely trust him to deliver in this game. And so I think he'll probably keep his place despite the sending off last week. So Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis-Skelly. I mean, the midfield picks itself for me. It's going to be Partey, Odegaard and Rice. And then I've got Martinelli on the right, Havertz up top and Trossard on the left. So I'm just thinking he's going to err on the side of experience and not play Ranieri in this game. I wouldn't be at all upset, as I said, if Ranieri starts on the right. Possibly you have Trossard on the left, Havertz up top, and you've got Martinelli on the bench to come on as a substitute in the second half. Maybe he'll be more of a impact substitute than maybe Ranieri would be if he came on the second half. But I just feel like Ethan will probably have to make do on the bench. So that's my predicted 11 for today's game. I've gone Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis-Skelly, Partey, Odegaard, Rice, Martinelli, Havertz, and Trossard. Okay, moving on to what you guys have had to say. We're going to talk about Ayden Heaven in a minute as well, but this is what you guys have had to say ahead of today's game. Max has said Ranieri has become our most lethal offensive weapon at the moment. He needs to start versus City. So your 11 is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, MLS, Odegaard, Partey and Rice. And then you've gone Ranieri, Havertz and Martinelli. I mean, it's just really good shout saying he's become our most lethal offensive weapon. He kind of does feel like that. Just that finishing ability, the shooting ability on that left foot. It is a real weapon for Arsenal in the absence of Bukayo Saka. John says, hey, Charles, my predicted 11 is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Odegaard, Partey, Rice, Martinelli, Havertz, and Trossard. I think that's the same one that I predicted as well. And your predicted result is Arsenal 4, Manchester City 2. I would take that all day long. Absolutely. It just doesn't feel like this is going to be a 6-goal game, I have to say. I think it's going to be much more likely to be a game very, very similar to the 1-0 last season, the Martinelli deflected goal, than it is to a 4-2 win. But we'll see on that. Deej says, biggest decisions to be made is right wing and at left back. Indeed, I've been talking about that. Show faith in Ethan for me, but I've never been so torn at left back. MLS is one of us, and he's been imperious so far. I think he could be the better all-round option for now. Calafiori is complete joy, though. 2 years ago, Zinchenko was seen as a standard for an inverted left back. Never seen anyone roam around like Calafiori. He's left back, centre mid, left wing, centre forward, along with the flowing locks of hair, straying offside before slotting one home midweek, inverting into prime Cavani. There's something about the Italian sauce that makes you fall in love. I think a lot of people agree with that as well. Aurora Freak says, hey, Charles, today will be a hard game. Definitely will be. I think we should go with Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, MLS, Odegaard, Rice, Marino, Ranieri, Havertz, and Martinelli. So Aurora Freak says, I think Marino's physical dominance could be really important to win this game. No, I'm not on board with that. I don't think Marino's done enough recently, or since he signed, to be honest, to force his way into the side for a game as big as this. I'd be much more comfortable with midfield of Partey, Rice and Odegaard for this one. Bobby says, my team for City, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, MLS, Odegaard, Partey, Rice, Ranieri, Havertz, Martinelli. I really hope that before the game, Arteta reminds the team of Haaland's antics at the end of the previous game, says, look how he disrespected your teammates. So today, make sure he doesn't get a sniff of goal, because I really think it might be a war. We'll definitely get chances. Just a matter of if we take them. Yeah, Arsenal have to be clinical. You cannot afford one of those days where you miss chance after chance today. Well, not even chance after chance, just any chance. You've got to take them. Absolutely. You create something very, very big in this game today. You've got to take them. You cannot be missing. Really, really crucial that Arsenal are clinical, because you know at the other end, if a chance falls to Haaland, he's going to pretty much take it. It is nailed on. He's going to take it. They will be clinical at their end. So Arsenal have to be clinical at their end as well. So it's absolutely crucial for me. So thank you very much to everyone there for getting in touch. Right, let's talk about Ayden Heaven then. He's completed his move to Manchester United. If you're watching it on screen, you can see him there standing at Old Trafford with his number 26 Manchester United shirt, gone straight into the first team squad. According to Manchester United, Ayden Heaven did put out a message on Instagram after the move, a message to Arsenal and their fans. He says, as the time has come for me to move on, I wanted to say how grateful I am to the good people of Arsenal who supported me during my time in the club. As a North London boy, I lived the dream of training and playing at Hale End and London Colney, as well as making my professional debut in the League Cup. A big thank you to the Arsenal fans. He then spoke in the press release, the Manchester United release, spoke to the club about his move. He says, I'm incredibly proud to join Manchester United. I'm grateful to everyone who's helped me make this dream a reality. There is so much I want to achieve in the game. I'll be giving everything to continue my development and become the best player I can be. So Ayden Heaven has followed Chidi Obi Martin and it has gone to Man United. I still don't really understand his thinking. I'm guessing he sees more of a pathway at United. You would think, I'm sure financially, I'm sure money comes into it. You don't want to say that and label that as a reason for a move, but it is normally the big reason for any move. And when you look at where United are right now, and you look at where Arsenal are right now, it's chalk and cheese, really. So I'm surprised he's made the move. I am. But then I suppose if you're a young defender and you're looking at the options Arsenal have, and you're looking at what you want to do for your career, you want to be playing, and you're looking at Saliba, Gabriel, and you're thinking, if these two sign new contracts soon, which we all hope they do, I'm not really going to get a look in here. I'm not. They've also got Ben White, you're in Timber. But then you look at Man United, and you got De Ligt, aging, you got Lisandro Martinez, not the best. You got Harry Maguire, aging, not the best. There probably is a better pathway for a young defender who's thinking, I've got more of a chance of making it to the first team quicker if I go to Manchester United than I go to Arsenal. And ultimately, good luck to him. I'm really not bothered. I'm not shedding any tears over this one. Young players have got their choice. He wasn't on a professional contract, so he's got his choice until he signs that. He can go and do what he wants, and he's made his move. And good luck to him. I hope he goes on and has a decent enough career. That's it from me today, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're going to the game today, enjoy it. Make some noise. We need a really, really hostile, big atmosphere down there. Come up. I'll be around the pubs before the game. If you come and bump into me, come and say hello. And enjoy the game. Everyone, if you're not watching, if you're not there, if you're not lucky enough to have a ticket at the stadium, enjoy it wherever you're watching it around the world. Come back here after full time. Leave your thoughts in the comments section. I'll pull some of them together as always and get them included in tomorrow's reaction show. So until then, have a great day. Enjoy the game later, everyone. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.